crafty people, and welcome to my channel. This is Ellen with EGI Designs. Today we are doing a fun project from Altenew with the new Dancing Cosmos embossing folder, and we have the coloring stencils for that. I was also thinking about, not sure yet, but using these One-Go solid sentiment strips die. And so far there are 3 different packs, and these are BetterPress plates. So you press this out and then you use the die and it will cut out everything at once. So that is pretty awesome. For my stenciling today, I'm excited. These are the new colors in the Moonlit Twilight collection from Altenew. I'm very excited about this. Purple is my favorite. And then we're also going to be using the Sage Garden for the foliage. So lots of new good colors out right now. And then for the flower centers, I have this Pocket Full of Sunshine quad, and we'll probably use one of these in here, I believe. Alright, just a little bit of housekeeping. I will list everything I used today in the description box. And over on my blog at egidesigns.com. I do have affiliate links, and I will also put over there any measurements or anything like that when making the card. So far, this is a piece. It's 5 3/4 by 5 3/4, and it is the Neenah Classic Crest 110 pound. And then I love on the Altenew stencils, you get like this map of what each stencil is going to do and where it needs to go, which is pretty awesome. So if you're ever wondering, oh, what is this? I don't know what's going on with this. So that is what it is. Alright, let's go for number 1. And I don't know if you can, yeah, right there. They are numbered. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And so here's our first stencil. And so that's what we're going for right now. I'm going to set this over to the side. So I embossed first, and that is so I can line this up, because what ends up happening is they kind of click into place. Or you can see through and see the outline. Depending on how much of this panel we use, I might end up, like if I cut this out with a like a section out with the die, we might have to end up re-embossing, but that's not a big deal at all. Alright, so since this is only on the top attached to my sticky mat, I'm going to just use some pixie tape. Alright, I'm going to start with the Celestial Mist, and I will, oh, look at that, like it matches and everything on my table here. So I'm going to first put a really light layer over all of the openings. Okay, and then once that is complete, I'm going to go back in and start doing a little bit of shading. For this one, I'm going to kind of aim for the center up to the middle. Okay, and then I'm going to use the third darkest color, the Dreamy Periwinkle, and I'm focusing on the center. I'm just going up a little bit. Okay, then we can see how we did. I'm going to use my cloth to just wipe this up before I take it up. Look at that. Wow. That looks beautiful. Alright, so I'm just taking my paper towel and I'm rubbing up off the brush on here, and then I'm going to start back over with the light and just do that exact same process all over again. So I'm going to speed this up and put some tunes on, and you can skip ahead or stick with me. Oh, that looks beautiful. Alright, so this third one is divided. So it's got foliage stuff on the bottom, and it's got the stencil to finish off down here. Alright, so this is where you would want to put the darkest. So I'm going to put a little bit of the Dreamy Periwinkle first. And then I will use the Twilight Sky to do a little bit of shading on this. Alright, and I'm just gonna get the excess off of here since I have to share this stencil with the bottom here. Alright. So the next two are the foliage and the centers for the flowers. Alright, let's see. I can start with the sage stone, I think. I'm just keeping my brushes up here. I have this new Glassboard Studios mag ink tray, and it does actually magnetic to a magnetic glass mat. So it's pretty awesome, but you can keep all kinds of stuff in there. If you have little die cuts you're holding, or embellishments, or any of that kind of stuff. But it's good to hold these little brushes. Okay, and then I will use the Olive Grove to do a little shading on there. Ooh, look, it's coming together. Okay, so next we have the flower centers and the stems. Alright, I'm gonna cover up the flower centers. Alright, I think I'm gonna start with the Olive Grove. And then I'll add a little bit of the mossy granite, just kind of sporadically. Okay, and now we will do the flower centers. My cat is snoring, if you hear anything weird. I think I'll go with the maple yellow first, and then honey drizzle if we need to. I think I'll just do a little shading with the honey drizzle. Alright, it's a big review. Let's see. Wow. Alright. I love Altenew stencils, because they make you look like you're some amazing artist. Look at that. Wow. Okay. So now we got to figure out, how do we want to put this card together? And I'm just trying to think of, you know, do we want to chop it? Alright, I just pulled a few different nesting kind of things. Let's see. I'm not sure. Ooh. Alright, I'm gonna run this through my die cut machine, and if I need to also re-emboss the image, I will do that as well. Alright, I did a little bit off camera to put the card together, and I thought we could do the better pressing. I'm going to use one of my hacks that I love is to put the paper over and then use temporary adhesive and then put the lid on and then push it down, and then the paper will stick wherever that was. So this comes in really handy when you need to do very precise things as far as the placement goes on here. I will link over to my BetterPress hacks video, which has a lot of really awesome ideas that I've come up with over my couple years of having the BetterPress, and they really are very helpful. I think I'm going to try the Dreamy Periwinkle on this. And we can always go again if need be. Let me run that through my die cut machine. Let's see how we did. Whoa! I love that. Oh my goodness. I'm just gonna do another go just to get some of the other ones evened out a little bit. As long as you don't move anything and you keep this facing in the right way, and as long as you don't move the plate or change the orientation of the lid, you can pretty much re-ink as many times as you need. Alright, that looks amazing. I love those reverse looking sentiments where it's the white is the printing. So anyway, I will clean this up in a little bit. But now we can, if I can find it, we can use the die to cut these out. I can just line all these up, and the words line up perfectly in the little windows. Alright, so now we have all these sentiments. Awesome, awesome. What a great time saver here. Let's see. Alright, so I had put the card together. I backed it on an Andromeda, which is the dark purple cardstock, and then the Forest Glades green which matched with that. Unfortunately, as of the filming of this, the new cardstock that matches the new colors is not out yet. So we gotta kind of make do with what we have, but that's all right. I really like the "Hello, my friend." Let's see. Lots of good ones. Or the "Keep Shining Your Light." I think we can do this one, "Sending Big Hugs." Let me get some foam tape for that. I have this Altenew 1/4 inch, but it's also 1/16 loft, so it's not very high at all. I don't know if this is gonna be too skinny. It is like exactly the same. Alright, so we have the "Sending Big Hugs," and I'm going to grab, I do have the corresponding enamel dots. I have the green ones and the purple ones. I think we'll do the purple ones. And again, this is the Moonlit Twilight collection. I think we are all set. So here is our beautiful card for the day. So we did the Dancing Cosmos embossing folder and stencil. We used the new Sage Garden and Moonlit Twilight inks. We used the really awesome One-Go solid sentiment strips, the die, and the pack number 1. We used the enamel dots on there. We have the Andromeda cardstock and the forest glades on there. So that is our card. If you enjoyed the video today and you would like to support my channel, I would love it if you could hit that like button and also consider subscribing. It greatly helps me in getting out my content to other crafters just like you. Come join me over on Facebook, Pinterest, and my blog. And again, I will list all the measurements and everything you need to know over there. If you want to stick around, I'll put on the top my card making playlist, and I will also put up there that BetterPress hacks video, so you can go check that out and find some cool techniques if you don't know them already. Thanks so much for stopping by today. Until next time, like, subscribe, and all that jazz, and have an amazing day. Bye-bye.